everyone, and welcome to my London trip vlog. So last summer I went to London, and I've actually never been to London before. I've only been to Scotland. I went on my most perfect, most dream-worthy trip of all time. This is something I've been wanting to do for a very long time, and I did it. If you've never been here before, please subscribe. I'm Natasha, and this is my channel, Natashapolis. If you don't know me, I love everything that has to do with historical romance and Jane Austen and Bridgerton, and so that's exactly what this trip is. I went to all the filming locations, and I can't wait for you guys to see all of this. My trip started off with a 10-hour flight from LA to London. I had a whole road to myself. Glorious. The first evening there, Sasha took me on the tube. All right, I'm in London. I'm taking my first tube experience. Here we go! And we went to an Italian restaurant. Day 2 was my first full day in London, and I explored the city. I didn't really get to go into any place, but we did see Tower of London. Look, Sasha, there's thistles. They look identical. I saw the Roman wall that was still up, which is in front of Tower London. So this is the wall. Sasha, what is it?
Wall. I think Hadrian's Wall. I could be wrong on the name, but it was a Roman wall that was constructed around the city, and it's one of the only pieces that remain today.
Then we walked to Tower Bridge. And that's where Peter Parker and Mysterio fought. Alex and I just watched Spider-Man Far From Home, so I'm sorry for the movie trivia. Sasha took us to her secret little Tower Bridge spot. I saw Big Ben, Parliament, Westminster's Abbey. Unfortunately, almost all of that was under construction, and I didn't get to go in at all. I was very, very pumped. Right in front of Big Ben!
It was covered up and having a facelift.
That's all I get to see of Westminster's Abbey. I know some of you guys are probably from the UK and you've been around these places, but this is the first time I've ever been to London, and so much of this I've just looked at from afar, and it was so amazing to see in person and just to be in a city. Like, it's just such a different vibe. Like, London is just, oh, I love everything about it. I just love how ornate it is. I love the history and how old everything is, and everything's clean and it's nice, and it's just so much better than LA. That night we ate at the Shard at the Obelix restaurant, and I got this delicious like steak dinner, and we had dessert and alcohol. It was great. We are at the Obelix at the Shard. We have this beautiful view, well, of London. We're up high, like the 32nd floor or something. Yeah. Day 3 of my trip, we actually went on a 3-day road trip. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Mama Tasha. You remember that from...
Oh, memories. Anyways, so today, Sasha and Carmen and I are on a little road trip. Today we are driving to Chatsworth House. We're staying the night there, and then we're driving to Cotswolds in Gloucestershire, and then the next day we drive to Bath. Alright, the makeup's on. We are in Derbyshire. This was the place that I wanted to visit the most, which was Chatsworth House. And if you don't know what Chatsworth House is, that is where they filmed Pride and Prejudice, the 2005 version, and this is Mr. Darcy's house. I remember watching the DVD, and there was a whole behind the scenes of the Chatsworth House. I wanted to go so bad. It was so beautiful, and it's been entrenched in my mind ever since. tea towel. Okay, guess what I'm getting? Is that Mr. Darcy?
Yeah.
We made it to Chatsworth House. We just had lunch at the Cavendish restaurant, and now we're finally going to enter the house. The scene where Lizzie walks up and learns that Darcy is not here, but he actually is. Look at the ceiling. So beautiful. This is the statue that Lizzie stared at in the movie. I was most looking forward to the marble statue room. And it was so disappointing because they had these okay, they were very old tapestries that they had on display, and I understand for the history people and you know, they need to spice up the house to get people to come who are local. But what happened was, because they had those tapestries on display, they had to block out all the sunlight. So the marble statue room was drenched in darkness. So it wasn't the same experience as the film, and I would love to go back and experience it in the daylight, which is that just brilliant whiteness of the whole place. Gorgeous. We just got finished walking inside the house, but now we're outside. I can't believe I'm here. I'm finally here at Pemberley. So we ran into a follower earlier, and she told us that this structure over here was where Mary Queen of Scots, when she was held captive, would come out here and exercise. Carmen's doing her thing, shooting Sasha up there. A Scottish princess. Finally, we've come to the front of Chatsworth. We stayed at the Peak Edge Hotel, which I think is like about 20 minutes from Chatsworth House. It was probably my favorite hotel we stayed at because our room was so big, and it was actually a pretty nice price. Okay, I'm very windblown from today, but I want to show you our hotel. So we got 2 rooms at the Peak Edge Hotel, and it's so pretty. Look at these chandeliers. We have a lovely king bed. It's huge. Oh my gosh, look at this bed. A little sitting area. We have this whole outdoor area to ourselves. Like, look how cute this is. I love this. I wasn't gonna get this hotel room because it was kind of far from Chatsworth House, but I'm glad I did. And there's also Highland Coo over here. So we have a little coffee and tea station. We have outfit of the day. Here's our bathroom. We have a nice pretty little vanity. And then our bathroom, a big old tub, and a shower. Sasha spent the last 10 minutes trying to open up this bottle of wine.
Well, I just want to see if I could do it.
With the key.
No. Came out.
Day 4. Day 4 was another road trip. Don't do this, okay? Don't drive from Derbyshire to Cotswolds, and it was like another 3-hour journey. I'm used to this living in the United States. I'm sure all you UK people are like, why would you make that drive in a day and then do it? It was crazy. Like, as I think back on it, we did so much stuff. We are on our way to the Cotswolds, and it's a very, very cute, like, Castlecombe, and it's a very cute little village, very Instagram worthy. A lot of people take pictures on this little bridge. I'm so excited to see just a little cottage. It's just been so fun just to be in like the countryside and experiencing the quaintness, I guess, of it, and the little castles. What are you doing? There's a little mushroom. The mushroom pods.
I am your tour guide for the evening, from what I saw from Wikipedia. No, so this place was built in the 1100s, which is very.
Watch out! Look how cute! It's like a little cottage home. I feel like Cinderella would be living in there.
You're dressed in a Cinderella dress. So
oh, I am.
You should just walk on in.
Okay, so we just got done taking our photos on the little cute bridge here in Castle Combe. Carmen's filming me.
Hi.
And it is quite the tourist trap. Like, we had to like fight for a spot. It was like the nails were out, people were staring at us. We got our shots and they're very cute. And then from that point, we wanted to visit Gloucester, where they filmed like the exterior shots of Harry Potter, but there was too much in one day. We couldn't do it all. So we drove to our hotel, the Painswick Hotel, which was in Stroud in Gloucester. And that, wow, absolutely darling. Like the whole cityscape. I don't think I got any of it on video, but it was just something out of a fairy tale. I keep saying that. Okay, so we got to our hotel room.
Backwards is easier.
Oh, so we got to our hotel room, and then they're like, you can't have 3 people in one room. So, Carmen, we fortunately found a room for her just down the street. Woohoo. So this is our neighborhood for the night. We're up on a hill, and it's beautiful.
It's so cute.
Bumblebees. Look at this view for our drinks tonight.
It's very peaceful out here.
Very peaceful. And like, this is our hotel over here. Cool.
Do you ever wonder?
What?
Like, these buildings are so old.
Yeah.
Where are the ghosts?
There are no ghosts. I don't believe in ghosts. I believe that ghosts are demons playing tricks on us.
Well, that's even worse.
Exactly.
Thank you, because now I'm staying in a room by myself. Look at this beauty. She's beauty and she's grace. She's Miss United States. Cheers.
Ooh, Sasha and Carmen got some steak.
What'd you get, Tasha? Oh, a placemat.
Nothing. We also got more drinks.
I hate that.
So day 5, we drove to Bath and we parked our car and we did the British movie tours, the Bridgerton walking tour. I've never really done a walking tour before. It was a 2-hour brisk walking tour. I was exhausted. We had to wear these like terrible headphones so we could hear the tour guide talking about all the locations. Now I loved it because we were able to see all the places that they use in the city of Bath in Bridgerton, and it's interesting like what they used and how they used it and how they reused places. And so now when I watch season 1 of Bridgerton, I see all those places again, and season 2 is in some of it. It was fun, and I think being able just to walk the whole city within 2 hours was a lot. I would recommend you do it if you want to see and you want to know more of the locations used. After that, I finally had high tea. It's this like cute little quaint high tea house that was actually like right near the French dressmaker in Bridgerton. Her shop is. It's like right across from it. It's pretty cool. We stopped for high tea in the Georgian tea room, and it's very cute and quaint in here. We're gonna have tea. And then there was the Jane Austen house, or like tour center place. I can't remember what it was. I just really wanted to see what they had as far as like gift shops go. And there was a teapot. I bought the teapot. Now I have to lug it back to the US. At the time it was terrible what happened to me, but now I can look back and laugh. Had it in my arm. I was walking down the cobblestone streets of Bath. I was wearing my new Nikes. It just caught the edge of a cobblestone and I just went boom! I just yeet it. across the street, and I fell and I hit my knee so hard that my knee didn't heal for 5 months. I dropped my teapot box. I think it's fine.
You know, I went down to get you, but then I went and grabbed your teapot.
I'm glad you did.
I was like, if I were you, you'd be like, just don't forget me. Get my teapot.
So now we're on our way back to London. We stop at Stonehenge. So we parked like a mile away. It took another 30 minutes to walk up there. There was a lot of interesting people along the way. We walked to Stonehenge. I saw it. It was cool. It was great. I'm glad I saw it. And then we made it back to London that night. Day 6. This was the Harry Potter tour. So I reached out to the Harry Potter tour and they gave us free passes. I wanted to visit the studio tour for my entire life. It was a very emotional process for me. And I am aware that showing you this and even buying lunch was in support of J.K. Rowling. And I understand that, and I know that it's hurtful. I do want to put a disclaimer out that I don't support anything that J.K. Rowling says. What she said and what she believes is very hurtful and dangerous to the trans community, and I fully support the trans community. So if this is at all hurtful to you, I totally understand, and you can skip through if you need to. So Carmen and I went on this day. That was our solo day together. We used public transportation to get there. We went from like train to bus. The studio tour is actually very long. I think we were there for 6 hours. We definitely had to eat lunch. It's not something that you do quickly. It was just the most incredible thing. There was a lot of people there. There was a lot of line waiting. We did pictures. I think my favorite thing was probably seeing Diagon Alley because I've never been to Universal in Florida. Just all of the costumes and the props. And the set pieces were incredible.
I really hate children.
It was unlike anything I think I've ever done before, and I'm so glad that I did it. And then the very end, there's the big scaled model of Hogwarts, and it's dark and there's lights and the music's playing, and I fully cried. Even thinking about it right now makes me tear up because it was just so magical. Karen, do your best parcel tongue. Oh, you didn't open it. Your hands all sweaty! I can touch you now. Look, it's the Black family tree. This thing is so cool. We're going into the dark forest. Hi, Hagrid. This is the Patronus that they use. Oh my gosh. Part of their effort included the creation of a custom LED vest designed to be worn by a live Scottish deerhound. Oh my god. We can actually go on the train and walk through it. So excited! Goodbye, King's Cross. We're on our way to Hogwarts now. Yay! The Quibbler. I love you, 1-1. It's Luna's tiger head. Oh, this is when he gets stabbed. So I had the blood stain on him. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Carmen and I are actually staying in a hotel room in Notting Hill. It's called The Lastlet, and we have our own bathroom and a TV. And I'm just very excited for another hotel experience.
And how does she look so beautiful after a full day of Harry Potter tours?
Oh yeah, that was so fun. We spent like 6 hours, 7 hours there. That was crazy. Day 7. So day 7 was my last full day. I actually fell again that morning. I just took another digger. I went straight down on my knees. That's probably why my knees didn't heal for 5 months. I fell on them twice. I wanted to visit Windsor Castle. I bought a yellow silky dress and I wanted to do like beautiful photos. It was the only, I think, historical place that we actually got to tour because I didn't really go into Tower of London. And the Queen was in residence there. I got to see the guards and the red and the tall hats because they weren't at Buckingham Palace. The weather was kind of nice. I went in like mid-August, but I was fully sweating. So we just got through going through the apartments of Windsor Castle, and you're actually not allowed to photograph or video anything, but it was so amazing in all the history. I think my favorite thing is I saw Henry VIII's armor, so that was pretty cool. But the rooms were so grand, and I bought another tea towel. We ended up having lunch at the Duchess of Cambridge restaurant, and I bought my first Jo Malone perfume. Jo Malone is a fragrance brand and it is from England. That day went pretty quick because we trained back in and then we set out to see Buckingham Palace. It was the last thing I got to see. Just got to see it from the outside. It just so cool. Like, just all the royalty and stuff.
Tasha, where are we?
Buckingham Palace.
Now, what are your first opinions?
It's not as grand as I thought it was going to be, but it's amazing. And then we took a bus back to my hotel and I went home the next day. It was such a magical trip, and the best place I went to on that trip was Chatsworth House. I wish I spent longer there. I'm actually going back to London in a month with Christine, but I don't know if I'm going to go to any more filming locations. Well, we'll see. It's just all so perfect. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like and leave me a comment down below. It really helps me to know that you enjoyed this and that if I should be doing more. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the future. Keep calm and fangirl on.